We are now going to construct a circumcenter of a triangle. This is also found on page 408. The point of concurrency or intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides of a triangle is called the circumcenter. Note, when you find two perpendicular bisectors intersection, you have found the circumcenter. So we're going to construct perpendicular bisectors of the sides. We do this by measuring arcs above and below on any particular side. I'm going to begin with side XY. And using this opening, I'm going to cut an arc above and an arc below. And from point X, I will cut an arc above and an arc below. And the top one didn't do very good, so I'm going to go back again. I haven't moved my measurement any, so I should have the same arc. And we know that two lines intersect in a point, and 2 points determine a line segment. So I'm going to take these 2 points and try to draw a line segment that intersects these 2 points. Sometimes difficult from my angle to see this. But when I do this, this line is the perpendicular bisector of this side of that triangle. Now actually I'm going to extend my line a little farther because I'm not sure if my circumcenter is inside or outside of my triangle. So I'm going to extend the line farther because I can't quite be sure. Now I want to get a perpendicular bisector for another side. So I'm going to do YZ. I'm going to do the same type of thing, but I'm going to change the measurement just a little bit. I think I'm going to make it a little bit larger. So when I cut arcs above and below from point Z, and I cut arcs above and below from point Y, this tells me that I did not go far enough from Z. So I'll go back to Z, trying to be very careful of getting my point on Z, and extend this arc. And it looks like that I was a little bit off with my arc to begin with. But at least now I can see where they intersect. I have a point of intersection here, and I have a point of intersection here. So if I connect these 2 points with a line, these two will give me a line that will be the perpendicular bisector of this side. And these two line altitudes that I have constructed, I'm sorry, these are perpendicular bisectors, not altitudes. These perpendicular bisectors that I have constructed appear to almost intersect on line XZ. So I'm going to do XZ as well. I'm going to find the perpendicular bisector for XZ. So I'm going to cut arcs. I changed the measure so I could see it differently. Cutting arcs above and below for XZ. Oh, I moved that, I'm sorry. So I get 2 new points. Again, I'm not labeling all of these points because you will just get lost in the points with my labeling. And I'm going to draw this perpendicular bisector. Now, if I've done it correctly, the three perpendicular bisectors should all intersect at the same point. But again, they do not exactly. Do you see that? And I don't know if it's because of my movement or my original drawing of two lines. When I did these first two and then I did it again, I tried to extend it. Perhaps this one and this one, maybe they didn't line up exactly as they should have, which looks like they intersect more here. And the same thing with these. So how about, this is always a challenge for you, because you can do this looking very exactly down over it, where I'm really at a disadvantage because I'm having to reach across to do this. So mine are not exactly, but it looks like these three intersect right about here. And that would be the circumcenter. So I'm going to call that point C. Now, if it is a circumcenter, then I should be able to draw a circle, and we're going to do this again later, that will go from this point to the other points on the circle. So I'm going to see if it will. It's actually at the center of my circle. If it goes to point X, and to point Y, and to point Z. You see, I'm just a little bit off on Z. Just a little bit off on Z. But if I have done a circumcenter right, when I draw a circle, it should go through each one of those points on my triangle. And this triangle appears to be almost a right triangle. I didn't plan it that way because I just planned this to be any triangle. So you need to practice this, constructing perpendicular bisectors of sides, and where they intersect, that will be your circumcenter.